Following months of surging illegal immigration, residents in Mexico say they've had enough. One America's Pearson Sharp has more on how Mexicans say they're fed up with the crime and insecurity created by the migrant caravans.
Residents in Mexico are pushing back against the hordes of illegal aliens flooding their towns on the way to the U.S. border. After months of migrant caravans squatting in their neighborhoods, leaving mounds of trash in the streets, and breaking into homes and businesses, Mexicans are calling on their governments to do something. And Mexico is beginning to take notice. Local governments who tried to help the migrants are now being restricted by red tape and new regulations. Where drivers once stopped to help the migrants, they're now fearful of being fined for transporting illegals without the proper paperwork. And just a week ago, a caravan of some 3,000 illegals in the state of Chiapas was forced to flee from authorities as police carried out a raid, arresting a record 371 people. New immigration checkpoints have been deployed around the country, and police are on the lookout for migrants arresting people without identification or visas. Those caught are detained at facilities until they can be deported from Mexico. This crackdown is largely in response to President Trump's call for Mexico's help in cutting down illegal immigration. Trump warned he would close off the U.S.-Mexico border if something wasn't done soon. The threat seems to have worked. Mexican President Andrés Manuel López Obrador says the government is working hard to prevent the caravans from reaching the U.S. and says police won't allow migrants to simply go wherever they please. Obrador says they don't want migrants to just have free passage anywhere, and in April alone, Mexico deported some 12,000 illegals. Authorities are also more restrictive about who is given humanitarian visas and which migrants are allowed to stay and work in Mexico. Along the migrant routes, even priests at local Catholic churches say the support for these caravans has vanished, as many blame the illegals for increased crime and insecurity. Locals say people are tired of helping the migrants because they make a mess wherever they go, they're becoming aggressive, and they simply take what they want when it isn't offered. Faced with this response, many migrants are choosing to turn back to their home countries rather than confront Mexican police or risk the uncertainties of spending months on the border in makeshift camps. But despite the ones who do return to their homes, many more are pushing on to the U.S., and the immigration numbers for April are on track to be the worst so far for 2019. Pearson Sharp, One American News.
Want to see more videos like this? Click on the link below and subscribe to One American News on YouTube, and call your cable provider and kindly demand that One American News is added to your lineup. Call and subscribe today.